She thought she could embarrass him, but she had no idea the janitor carried a story that would shatter her privileged bubble. What happened next left her utterly stunned. Sophia Lancaster had everything anyone could want, at least on the surface. She was admired for her stunning looks, came from a wealthy family in Manhattan, and held a senior position at a high-end marketing agency. Raised in an Upper East Side mansion, Sophia had been shielded from the struggles of ordinary life. Her parents, her father, a successful investment banker, and her mother, a renowned art dealer, ensured she grew up in a world of luxury and comfort. From horseback riding lessons to private jet vacations, Sophia lived a life most people could only dream of. By 30, she was confident that her promotion to chief marketing officer was a mere formality. Her career, like everything else in her life, seemed destined for success. On the other hand, Joel Matthews, the janitor at the firm, lived a life far removed from Sophia's. A former entrepreneur in Chicago, Joel once owned a thriving construction company. He was known for hiring people who needed second chances, veterans, single parents, and others struggling to find stable jobs. His company was a beacon of hope for many, and he took great pride in giving back to his community. But when the economy crashed, Joel lost everything. Clients disappeared, debt skyrocketed, and the business collapsed. With his savings gone and his family torn apart, Joel relocated to New York to rebuild his life. Now, he worked long hours as a janitor to support his daughter, who was studying to become a nurse. Despite his struggles, Joel carried himself with quiet dignity, always treating others with respect. One rainy morning, Sophia's impatience boiled over when she spotted Joel mopping the lobby floor as she arrived for work. "Do you always have to block the entrance during peak hours?" she snapped, stepping around him with irritation. Joel looked up briefly, his expression calm but tired. "I'll be out of the way in a moment, ma'am." "Well, hurry it up," she said sharply. "Some of us have important work to do." Joel didn't respond, focusing instead on finishing the task. Sophia muttered as she passed, "Maybe if people like him aimed higher, they wouldn't end up here." From then on, Sophia made Joel's job unnecessarily difficult. She left piles of trash on her desk with sarcastic notes like, "This is why you're here, right?" She smirked when accidentally spilling her coffee, forcing him to clean up after her. Yet, no matter what she did, Joel never let her get under his skin. "Yes, ma'am," he'd reply calmly each time, refusing to stoop to her level. Sophia wasn't just targeting Joel. She had her eye on her colleague Mia Carter, her rival for the coveted promotion. Mia was everything Sophia pretended to be: hardworking, kind, and genuinely respected by the entire office. To Sophia, Mia's success was an affront, and she was determined to see her fail. One day, during a critical meeting with potential clients, Sophia saw an opportunity to demean both Joel and Mia. She deliberately caused a spill near the conference room and waited for Joel to be summoned. As he cleaned the floor, Sophia laughed lightly and turned to the clients. "Quite the professional setting, isn't it?" she said, gesturing toward Joel. Her tone dripped with condescension. The room went silent. Mia, who had been holding back for weeks, finally spoke up. "Sophia, that's enough. He's doing his job with more grace than you're showing right now." Sophia scoffed, but her confidence wavered as Joel calmly stood and addressed her. "Respect is free, ma'am," he said quietly, looking her directly in the eye. "It says more about you than it does about me." Unbeknownst to Sophia, a junior employee recorded the exchange. By the end of the day, the video had spread across the office, and people were whispering about Sophia's behavior. HR called her in for a formal discussion, and she was warned about her conduct. Still, she dismissed the incident as overblown. "People are so sensitive," she told Mia over lunch. "All I did was tell the truth." Mia shook her head. "No, you were cruel, and sooner or later, it's going to cost you." When the day of the promotion announcement arrived, Sophia walked into the meeting brimming with confidence. But the CEO's announcement stunned her. Mia was named Chief Marketing Officer. The applause from her colleagues felt like a slap in the face. Furious, Sophia confronted the CEO. "You can't let a janitor ruin my career," she shouted. The CEO's tone was icy. "Miss Lancaster, no one ruined your career but you." Joel Matthews has shown more professionalism in his role than you've shown in yours. If you can't treat people with respect, you have no place here. Within weeks, Sophia's fall was complete. Word of her behavior spread, and clients refused to work with her. Isolated and humiliated, she resigned from the company. Meanwhile, Joel's life took an unexpected turn. The CEO promoted him to facility supervisor, a role with better pay and responsibilities. Joel used his position to mentor younger staff, teaching them about resilience and respect. Months later, Sophia spotted a photo from a charity event Joel had organized to fund scholarships for underprivileged students. Mia was there, giving a speech about how Joel's unwavering character had inspired her. Alone in her apartment, Sophia scrolled through the images, feeling the weight of her choices. For the first time, she realized that while wealth and status might open doors, it was integrity and kindness that built lasting respect. Sophia sat in the dim light of her apartment, scrolling through photos from Joel's charity gala. Smiling faces filled the screen. Colleagues who had once admired her, now united in celebrating someone she had dismissed as insignificant. Joel's name was mentioned in every caption, paired with words like inspiring, selfless, and leader. Sophia stared at one photo longer than the others. Mia standing beside Joel, holding a microphone mid-speech. The caption read, "A celebration of resilience and compassion, thanks to Joel Matthews' vision." Sophia set her phone down and leaned back in her chair. The walls of her apartment, once a symbol of her success, now felt suffocating. She had lost her career, her reputation, and more than anything, the respect of those around her. For years, she had clung to the belief that status and ambition defined her worth, only to find that her actions had left her empty-handed. The echoes of her choices reverberated in the silence. For weeks, the memories of her encounters with Joel replayed in her mind. His calm dignity, his ability to rise above her cruelty, and his unwavering kindness had left a mark on her. No matter how she had tried to provoke him, he had never stooped to her level. Instead, he had quietly succeeded, proving that character, not arrogance, was the foundation of real power. One afternoon, unable to ignore the weight of her guilt, Sophia took a step she had never imagined. She drafted an email to Joel. It was brief but heartfelt. She apologized for her behavior, acknowledging the harm she had caused and the lessons his example had taught her. She didn't expect a response and wasn't sure she deserved one, but writing the email felt like a small step toward accountability. To her surprise, Joel replied within hours. His words were simple yet profound. "We all have moments we're not proud of. What matters is what we learn from them. I hope you find the growth you're looking for. Take care, Sophia." His response wasn't filled with anger or judgment, only grace. It was more kindness than she had earned, but it planted a seed of determination in her. Sophia began reevaluating her life, piece by piece. She started volunteering at a local shelter, using her marketing skills to help raise funds for programs aiding those in need. For the first time, she felt the fulfillment that had eluded her for years. Months turned into a year, and Sophia slowly rebuilt herself, not as the person she had been, but as someone striving to be better. She crossed paths with Mia at a community event one day, and instead of awkward tension, they shared a genuine conversation. It was a small but meaningful moment, a sign of progress. Meanwhile, Joel's scholarship fund flourished, touching countless lives. At every gala, he spoke about the importance of lifting others up and finding purpose in giving back. His story became a beacon of hope for those who thought they couldn't start over. For Sophia, Joel's impact was more personal. He hadn't just shown her the strength of resilience. He had reminded her that the way you treat others leaves an indelible mark on the world and on yourself. And in that, she found the hope to start anew.